Hey there, and welcome. Just thought I'd take you through a quick coloring page edit. Um, One of the biggest things I saw when I was first investigating doing coloring pages for adults was that people complained that AI image generators looked like AI image generators, and to be honest, they're right. And even with some editing and adjusting, they can still look AI generated. But we have edited them, we have adjusted them, we've added a logo to them, we're preparing them to go on the website as coloring book pages and cleaning them up as best that we can without spending hours and hours and hours editing each and every image. There are more complex images that I spend a lot of time erasing parts and individual lines that need to be erased and things like that. But I'm going to run you through a mandala, which these are super simple for me to edit, which is cool because some of the other ones like cityscapes, I'm actually considering raising the price on because there's so much editing involved in the cityscapes. So let's quick run through. We'll edit an image and you'll see how fast this can be. And then maybe at some point in time in the future, I will run through one that is going to take a long time, but that'll probably be a YouTube channel thing. Let's see one that I haven't edited here. This Lotus one. So this is an AI generated coloring book page. And you can see it's actually quite beautiful the way it is, but a lot of these darks and in clear lines, and there's some grayscale in here. And we can clean up a lot of this and make it a much better coloring page, which is what we're going for. So starting with the fact that we have no color and turning all the vibrance and saturation all the way down, turning off the color option. And I'm going to start by getting a bigger view up here so I can get a lot of detail on these leaves. And we're going to do some noise reduction at first. And it's nice that these are sliders because I can kind of play with it and see what is happening with the noise reduction. And then detail the noise reduction to a point where I'm getting a little bit better, a little more defined image. We don't need texture because this is a black and white image. But then I'm going to go up, I'm going to jack the contrast all the way to 100 because we're dealing with black and white. So we want them to really stand out. Now clarity, we want the clarity to be more on the black because that will define the veins in the leaves. And then we're going to do a little bit of exposure. Again, I'm just watching the image change to where I want it to be. And I'm going to come in with some brightness and clean it up a little bit more. Add a little sharpness to it. So we make it stand out. Now you can slide it all the way up and see what you get. But I've done enough of these now that I can kind of tell you that my sharpness tends to be in between the 20s and 40s. Maybe a touch more brightness. See what we get. That looks pretty darn good. Now I could go back and play with all of these. Like I said, I've done this a lot. You can kind of look at the other parts of the image and see that we've cleaned this up a lot. A lot of the grayscale is gone. So I'm going to click OK there. And then this is a Kaosivity page. So I'm going to add a Kaosivity logo to it. I think I'm going to use the inverted logo for this one. Shrink that down so that we can find a good little spot to put it in. I think we might be able to go right over here with it. So it's going to have to be a little bit smaller. We're only going to end up blacking out one little black dot, which nobody's going to care about. But because it's so small, such a small area. Now, this is the important thing that I do with my logos. They overlap the image slightly, but not so that it's intrusive for the coloring book artist. They are going to want to color it in its entirety, but I have to put this logo in here so that it is actually overlapping into the image itself. And then I'm going to merge the layers down so that that logo is now part of the image as I save it. So all I got to do from here is save and get it ready to put in with a book. But that cleaned up that image a lot. And I will see you guys in another video pretty soon, I hope.